Okay, lesson 22, prepositions of place. In this lesson, we're going to see prepositions of place. These words is when we want to talk about when we talk about something where it's located, or when we want to show the location of something. We use these words to describe these things. For example, across means a través de, cruzar. By, a un lado, cercano a. Behind, detrás o atrás de. In front of, al frente de o enfrente. Between, entre. In, adentro o en. On, sobre. Under, debajo de o abajo. Above, over, arriba o arriba de. Next to, a un lado de. Okay, lesson 22, reflexive pronouns. In this lesson, we're going to see reflexive pronouns. What are these? These words are used to indicate that we do some activities by our own, or someone does the activities by their own. For example, we use myself when we're talking about I, you, yourself, we, ourselves, they, themselves, he, himself, she, herself, it, itself. Okay? You can use the word by before the reflexive pronoun to indicate or to show that this person is doing something specifically. But in some cases, this word is not used, but this grammar invites you to use it every time that you talk about the reflexive pronoun. Some examples of this grammar are this. First one, for example, I learn by myself. I learn English by myself. She studies, we're talking about she, by herself. They come to class by themselves. It depends on the person that you're talking about. Is going to be the reflexive pronouns that you're going to use. So you have to know what's the person that you're talking about to know what is the reflexive pronoun that you're going to use. Okay, lesson 23, the use on, in, on, at. In this lesson, we're going to see the correct use of these words, in, on, at. Okay, let's start explaining the use of in. Okay, in. In is when we talk in general about, for example, is used for cities in Saltillo, countries in Mexico, months, just months in April. Okay, seasons in winter, spring, summer, autumn, long periods of time in 1800s, places in hospital, in park, in shop, parts of the day, in the morning, afternoon, in the evening. Okay? In when we talk about future, in 9 months, in 5 days, in 3 minutes, etc. Okay? Let's start explaining at. At is used for hours of the day. When we talk about periods of time, or we talk about reference in time, for example, at 5 p.m., precise time, at lunchtime, at night. Okay, night is the only one that you can use using at, because for the others you use in. For example, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, night, exclusively using at. Holidays, at Easter, at New Year, at Christmas. Okay? The use of on. Okay? On is used for days of the week. It's incorrect if you use the Monday, as in Spanish. You have to say on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, etc. Specific days, dates. On March 23rd, it's different if you use just the month, like this in April. It's just the month using in. But when that month has a day, it becomes a specific date. So it goes on March 23rd. Okay? Lesson 23, the use of many and much. We use these words when we want to talk about a big quantity of things or something, but it depends on if that thing or things is countable or uncountable. For example, we use much when we talk about uncountable or non-countable things or nouns. For example, I have much homework, that's an uncountable thing. I miss you so much. We use much when we talk in general. I love you so much, I miss you so much, and I have so much work, etc. We use many when we talk about countable nouns or countable things, and plurals. That's the clue. For example, there are many students. You can count students because it's something that you can count because it's plural in the classroom. My dad has many cars. Cars, that's something that you can count. Okay, we're going to talk about the use of a lot of. This word or this phrase is used to show that there's so much or so many about something. For example, it works for both countable and uncountable nouns. For example, I have a lot of homework. Today there are a lot of students, so it works for uncountable and countable nouns. Okay, we're going to talk about how many and how much. What is this? These phrases or words are used when we want to ask about the quantity of something. For example, we use how much, when we want to ask about non-countable nouns. For example, how much homework do you have? How many, we use how many when we want to ask about countable nouns. For example, how many students do you have? You see, these words have to be at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, we're going to talk about a few and a little. What is this? For example, a few. We use this word or phrase when we talk about a small quantity of countable nouns. For example, there are a few cars. You can count cars, so use a few. A little. We use a little when we talk about a small quantity but non-countable nouns. For example, this cake has a little sugar. Bien. A ver, le RCG.